Many years ago, I was working at a company where we were looking to buy another company. Now, before you buy or acquire a company, there is a process. You want to study that company's financial statements, go through all the details just to make sure everything is fine. There is no problem. So, in technical terms, this is called accounting diligence. So we hired another company to do this accounting diligence, which means going through all the financial statements and all the accounting statements. And this firm was KPMG. So on a Friday morning, we had a discussion. The team from KPMG came, a couple of people from there, some people from our side. So we sat, had a discussion. And as a first step, we asked them to make a presentation and share with us to answer a few questions we had. So naturally, now they asked, okay, so good. So let us know, when do we share the presentation with you? So one of our team members said, send it by Monday morning. Now, when he said that, you must have seen the faces of the KPMG team. So suddenly the faces fell. They were like, they couldn't say no, they couldn't object, but you could see that they were like really unhappy about it. And then I realized the problem. What is the problem? So this discussion we were having on Friday morning. They had the whole of day Friday. After that, Saturday, Sunday, the weekend was coming. And that was the only time they get to recharge, to spend time with the family. And if they had to make that presentation and share with us on Monday morning, then most certainly the team would have to work on Saturday, possibly even Sunday, maybe even late nights. And naturally, this was not something they were happy about. But then, as it happens in consulting firms, when a client says something, it's very hard to say no or to push back. And I realized that. And then I checked with my colleague. I said, like, do we need on Monday morning? Like, what's the urgency? So there was no rush really. So he just unthinkingly said, yeah, let it be Monday. I mean, after all, they have to do the work. Let them do it. I said, no, let's not. It's not really required. Let's give them some more time. So I said, why don't you do this? Forget Monday. By Tuesday evening or Wednesday, if you can do it, that's perfectly fine. And then they were so relieved. You must have just seen that. And then that's when I realized that a lot of times we have these deadlines or we have these urgencies, and sometimes we feel like, okay, there's a deadline, we have to anyhow get it done. And in the process, we spend late nights, we make our team slog late nights, push themselves really hard. Sometimes it is necessary, but many times it is just these kind of random deadlines, artificial deadlines, which somebody just made up. Another example here. Once a friend of mine, he was working with a Wall Street bank, like one of the big banks, investment banks. And this was during his internship, and his boss, who was a managing director, this MD, he told him to make a presentation for a company, gave him some information. And then my friend, he asked, okay, so when do I send it to you? So he said, okay, send it by Sunday morning. Okay. Once again, this discussion was like on Friday. And he said, send it on Sunday morning. Now, in investment banks, especially in Wall Street, the culture is such that you can't really say no. You can't even ask a question. It's not considered appropriate. But my friend realized that he was just doing for the heck of it. Just essentially, it was like a power trip for him. What was the need to do it on Sunday morning? So what my friend did was he worked whole of night, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday he sent out the presentation. But this is what he did. In that email, he activated this feature which is called read receipt, which means when the email is opened, a receipt goes back to the sender that yes, your email has been read. So now he knew when the MD would actually open that email. And do you know when he opened it? Sunday morning? Nope. Evening? Nope. Sometime Monday evening is when he opened that email. So now it is very clear that he just made up that urgency, just made him slog for the whole night on Friday, Saturday. Probably it was not necessary at all. I think now the time has come to push back on these artificial deadlines, which are also very unreasonable. So as an example, if somebody says, get this thing done by Sunday morning, I believe there is nothing wrong in asking, Do you really need it by Sunday, or is it okay if I send it by Monday evening or maybe by Tuesday? Other person, if he wants to say no, that's fine. But we can and we should ask these questions because we owe it to ourselves and to our teams that we don't push them for these late nights unless it is really, really required. Very often we do late nights and we make others do late nights. You know why? Because it looks like we are showing loyalty and commitment to our team. I believe that the best way to show loyalty is to do great work, to do quality work. Slogging till 5 a.m. unnecessarily, that is not loyalty. That is just stupidity. It's time to stop that stupidity. Thank you for listening. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, do subscribe to this channel. Also, almost every week, I conduct free workshops at HabitStrong to help people build focus and discipline and build habits which can make our lives better. And if you're interested, I will leave a link here. You can subscribe to that and come for those workshops. So once again, thanks very much, and I hope to see you soon in the next video. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.